Hello everyone and welcome to our training session on the art of negotiating at a gemstone market in Sri Lanka. I'm Kim Ricks, a GIA certified gemologist and the author of Gemstone Detective book series. My journey into the world of gemstones began after a tough experience in Egypt, which led me to become a gemologist and help others avoid similar pitfalls. I'm excited to introduce you to Mr. Udara Guruge, a seasoned tourism and marketer and gem expert. Udara has a fascinating background, having served as the Assistant Director at the Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau and as a consultant to the Ministry of Skills and Development and Vocational Training. He's founded Say Sapphire and is an experienced gem exporter. His deep understanding of the gem trade in Sri Lanka makes him the perfect person to guide us through the complexities of negotiating in these lively markets. So get ready to learn some practical insights that will help you navigate the gemstone markets with confidence and skill.
Hello and welcome. I'm Udara Guruge. I'm the lecturer today. Today we are going to discuss about the topic buying gems at the best rate and the art of negotiation. This lecture is designed for both newcomers to the industry as well as the experienced seasoned gem buyers and gemologists. This lecture covers mainly two topics. First half, we will discuss about buying gems at the best rate. And second half, we will discuss about the art of negotiation. Okay. I didn't tell buying gems at the cheapest rate, but the word I use is buying gems at the best rate, not the cheapest, but the best rate. Why rate is so important? When it's comes to customer satisfaction, our rate, the rate we offer, has a significant role. If we always sell at a very high price, then there's no any extra motivation for our customers to buy gems from us or keep coming to our place, uh, because our rate is always high. Yes, of course, customer service, our reputation plays a major role. But when it comes to customer satisfaction, the rate we of our prices plays a major role. For us to sell gems or jewelry at a reasonable rate, we need to buy gems at a reasonable rate. For that, that's why we need to buy gems at a reasonable rate. The thing is, for the sake of satisfying in our end consumer or end customers, if we buy gems at a very cheap price, then of course we have to keep negotiating for the last penny. Then our suppliers might get dissatisfied because they will not recognize we as good paymasters. They will always think, this person is trying to always rip off me. Then there's no any extra motivation for them to keep selling gems to us, to become loyal to us. So the very first moment they notice, they find a new buyer who is paying better than us, they switch. They will stop supplying to us. They will move to the new gem buyer. So in order to satisfy both customer as well as supplier while maintaining a decent profit for us, it is very much important for us to know how to source gems at the best rate. Okay. Here I'm not. The thing is, if you want only short-term profits, this is not the lecture. The thing is, you can gain short-term office by cheating, by rip-offing your suppliers, or by overcharging your customers. But is it healthy? Is it healthy for a sustainable business? So we need to expand the definition of Profit is not just the um, amount you see in the profit and loss account or the amount of money in your bank in the short term. Like the peace of mind or the reputation in the industry, everything's I personally consider as the profit, right? So if we maintain a good, healthy relationship with our suppliers, then of course it provides a a nice peace of mind. We don't have to always go behind suppliers going from one country to other. We have to otherwise we have to travel to each and every gem exhibition to make contacts with new suppliers. Because if we work, if we have a good reputation, if we pay them nicely and maintain a good healthy relationship with them, they will keep providing gems at a reasonable rate. And if we sell gems at a reasonable rate, then we have a loyal set of customers. They keep coming back to us. So the customer acquisition cost is also low. Customer retention cost is also low. And again, they work as our brand ambassadors who will share our contacts with their loved ones, who will recommend our service or our place to other their friends and family members. So that's why we need to think beyond the um, financial profit when you want to build a good business. So with that, keeping it in mind, let's move on to the next slide. What determine the price of a gem? I'm sure there are GIA graduates with us today. They will probably say carat, color, or the four C's: carat, color, clarity, and cut. Of course, as per GIA classifications, these are the four major factors that have affect the price of a gem. And now people are discussing factors beyond forces, like the fifth C, country of origin, determine affect the price. I have come with two more C's, like sixth C, the included curing treatment, whether it is a heated or treated stone or a diffuse stone. If it is heated, the price is different. If it is treated or diffuse stone, the price is different. So what is the curing treatment? That also affect the price of the gem. And the last thing, the seventh C, which I'm going to share, is the certificate or the confident. If you are getting a certificate from a GIA with the gem, the people are ready to pay a higher rate rather than a certificate from an unknown gem lab. So these are the seven C's usually people consider when it's come to determining the price of a gem. Is it the only thing? Okay, let's look at uh, like this. What is the price or the cost of a 1 carat blue sapphire? What is the cost of a 1 carat blue sapphire? Is it okay? What is the price of a 1 carat tourmaline? Or what is the price of a 1 carat garnet? Or what is the price of a 1 carat? Not the price. What is the cost of the 1 carat garnet? What is the cost of the 1 carat tourmaline? Is it different to the 1 carat blue sapphire? Because from the mine, you will get blue sapphires, garnet, spinners, you name it, everything in one basket. With all the other gravels, you get everything in one basket. So there's no any cost different. There's no any extra effort to find extra cost to find blue sapphires or diamonds or garnets. The uh, excavation cost, everything is the same. Then why different? Cost is the same. Cutting charge is more or less the same. Why blue sapphires has a significantly higher price and uh, let's say garnets are not so expensive? The price, we are going to buy gems at the best price. So the price different is not just because of heart, carat weight, uh, color, clarity. There are other factors that affect the price of a gem. What are the other factors? A gem is also a commodity, similar to car, Apple iPhone. It's a commodity. Can be uh, anything. Anything can be anything that what we buy from the market is a commodity. Similar to gems, we can buy from the market. So we can consider sapphire or gems is also a commodity. So for every commodity, it's simple economics. The price determined by demand and supply. In this presentation, if you want to buy gems at the right price or the best price, we need to influence the demand factors as well as supply factors. When it's come to demand factors, the 4Cs or the 7Cs, of course, we using 4Cs or 7Cs, we can influence the demand factors, which I think more or less everyone knows, or I believe most of you guys are gemology graduates. So I'm not going to discuss about 4Cs or 6Cs or 7Cs. Pretty sure you know about it. The supply, I'm going to talk the things that nobody talks about, that you do not learn from the typical gem academy. So here we are going to discuss mainly about the supply side of how to influence the supply side of gems. Okay. Did I mention this discussion or this lecture is mainly for those who want to come to Sri Lanka to buy gems, right? So if you want to come to Sri Lanka to buy gems, that buying process start even before you land in step foot in Sri Lanka. This you have to start your research and planning way before you come to Sri Lanka, right? If you want to buy gems at a right price, you need to start researching, because the price for you to offer a price to a gem supplier, you need to know, because you are not buying gems for your use, right? Not for your consumption, not to make a jewelry to you or to your wife. You are buying gems with the intention of reselling and making a profit. So you need to know, you should have a proper idea at what rate can I sell this gem. Let's say if I buy a 2 carat royal blue loop clean superb nice gemstone, what is the rate? What is the market rate? I know every gem is unique, but still there's a range, right? Still there's a range for a different clarity level, different carat sizes, different colors. There's a range. So I highly recommend you to do a market research. Talk to your jewelry buyers, jewelry makers. Talk to all the wholesale gem buyers. Talk to them and get their rates. Okay, what is the rate you are ready to buy from me if I bring this is size of gems to you? Then you have a baseline, you have a price guide. Based on that, you can negotiate when you come to Sri Lanka. Okay, if you can gain, let's say, $3,000 for a blue, clean, nice, vivid, royal blue sapphire, then of course you can negotiate. I can sell this at $3,000. Okay, I will buy this at $2,000 or $1,500 from Sri Lanka. These are hypothetical numbers. So I highly recommend you to go and do a market research and prepare a price card. We can't keep everything in our mind, right? So best thing is to have a price card for different carat weight, different clarity levels, different color level. What is the price that they are ready to buy from you? And talk to your jeweler makers, wholesale gem buyers, and get their orders. When you talk to your jeweler maker, he might tell, okay, per month, Zam, I need, let's say, 5 pieces of loop clean or eye clean, blue sapphire heated. Then Arco, if we buy gems, I can sell five every month, 5 pieces of 1 carat blue sapphire. Likewise, talk to your wholesale gem buyers and jeweler makers and get some orders from them. Then it gives you confidence to make a price offers. It's matter of buying and selling. And not just wholesale gem buyers and jeweler makers. There are people who really like to invest in gems. There are high net individuals, those who have money. They don't like they if you come up with a nice business proposal, if you tell like, okay, I can provide this gems at this rate, the every year the price of blue sapphire goes like about 10% higher. Like comparing to other investment like crypto, it's highly fluctuating. If you put money in the banks, the interest rate is really high. So inflation is really high. So it's depreciate the value of the money in the bank always depreciation. So you have to pay taxes. So all these high net individuals consider investing in gems is as a very lucrative investment option. So I talk to those type of high net individuals, secure some orders, and they are ready to pay extra amount because their intention is mainly to it's a method of storing their wealth, not for the sake of reselling it, but you can take better rates rather than selling to any to jewelry makers or wholesale gem buyers. If you can connect with some high net individuals, you can have really nice margins. And so talk to high net individuals, and we know you need to plan the budget. When you are coming to Sri Lanka on a gem expedition, the fixed cost or the cost of the expedition is more or less the same, even if you buy 10,000 dollars worth gems or $100,000 worth gems. Fixed cost is the same. More you can invest on gems, higher the profit margin. So talk to your bank, try to get secure some money, talk to your friends, family members, uh, try to borrow some money, and and you will be able to have good profits. And you need to come with a proper idea about the price. I'm telling you again, some people come to Sri Lanka with the mindset when you spend $100 or $1,000 you can take handful of sapphires from Sri Lanka. Maybe it can be true about 30 or 50 years ago, but it is not the same now in Sri Lanka. Everyone has access to internet. Everyone has smartphones. They check the prices in. There are a lot of WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups. And everyone check the prices in Etsy, Etsy, eBay. So people knows the prices. So if you do not give a nice price, you will get humiliated. Not humiliated. You will get disappointed. So just do homework, just do a proper market research, and come up with the rates, come up with a realistic price. Once you have a baseline, once you do the homework and you have a good price card with you, then only you will be able to offer a realistic price. If you do not offer a realistic price, buying gems will be challenging. So everyone, all the people in the market has some kind of idea about the potential of each gem, the gems they have, because they talk to their friends. They are not just coming to you. They show the same stone to a couple of other people, maybe not couple of, maybe 20, 30 people. So they know the value of the stone. So if you do not, because there are people coming from other countries directly come, you are not the only person. There are people flying from China, Thailand, Europe, America. Everyone is coming, and people has the access to internet. So if you do not provide a realistic uh, price, then you will get disappointed. So that's why you need to refer up to date website, up to date like gem guides, something similar to uh, Miss Kim. He always update her book. She always work with me, update the most updated in her book. You will see most updated information. So if you refer all outdated guides, you will get disappointed. So please do your homework before you come. Okay, next slide. In this seminar or in this lecture, we will cover every we will answer to all the question word when it's come to gem expeditions. When, where, what, with whom, how, everything we will answer. Where, when to buy gems? Time in when it's come to gem expedition, when you want to buy gems, uh, the time is critically important because gem supply has a significant impact from the rain. Uh, During a high season, um, the high rainy season, during rainy season, the gem harvest is quite low, uh, especially during the month of, let's say, from mid-April to mid-July, from October to November. Sri Lanka, we experience quite a lot of rains. During that period, it is very difficult to operate gem mines. So the gem harvest or the gem supply will be significantly low in those periods. So the prices are quite high in those periods. But dry months like December to April and July, August, September, the weather is quite dry. So you will experience a significant like the gem supply or the gem harvest is quite high during that time. It's those are times I can recommend you to visit Sri Lanka if you are planning to buy gems in Sri Lanka. And again, like there are some couple of international level gem exhibitions happen in Sri Lanka. There are two or three main exhibitions. One is called Facets, and there's another one called Gem Sri Lanka. Both these exhibitions take place in January. And there's another exhibition called Ratnapura Gem Exhibition that take place in July or early August usually. So if you come to these exhibitions, you can get premium quality, really nice gems, but there's a catch. The prices are also premium. The let's if we talk about the facets Sri Lanka, this gem exhibition that take place in the city center or the capital city of Colombo, commercial capital city of Sri Lanka, Colombo. Usually there's a hotel called Cinnamon Grand. So the booth cost is quite high, logistic, decoration, everything is quite high. So the prices in those exhibitions are quite high, but you will find nice quality, premium quality, big stones conveniently at a you don't have to travel here and there. At one location you will find hundred different hundreds of different really good high level gym suppliers. So you will have abundant of supply. You will get a good selection, but the prices are also high. Those only established gem sellers or established jewelry makers usually showcase in these type of premium high and big gem exhibitions. So they are not worried. They are not desperate to sell gems at the on the same exhibition, because even if we can't sell gems over there, anyway they are taking part in different other exhibition all over the world. They are traveling to Europe, America, Thailand, Hong Kong. They are going to all the exhibitions, so they know the international rates. They have established relationship with good big gem buyers, so they know the potential of each gemstone. So it is very difficult for it is bit difficult to go for a very bargain price with those type of high end very established um, gem sellers. So but if you have a order, if you are looking for a big premium quality investment grade super nice gems, of course you can visit this type of gem exhibition and secure buy gems. Otherwise you have to go to the other gem markets, which we are going to discuss in the later part of this discussion, to buy gems. So, yeah, and there are some international gem fairs like Hong Kong Gem and Jewelry Fair in September, and soon after that there's another sorry, this Bangkok Gem and Jewelry Fair take place in September. Soon after that there's another trade fair happening in Hong Kong. So usually during that time also there's a slight lower supply of gems in Sri Lanka because a lot of uh, gem sellers take the inventory and go fly to Bangkok, not to sell gems as well as to other entertainment activities in Bangkok. So during that time, there will be a slight lower supply of gems in Sri Lanka, but still you will find more than enough gems if you are looking for especially smaller, like less than 5 carat gems. There are a lot of gems in the market. You don't have to worry. um, and certain days, if you are planning to go to gem markets, you have to avoid certain days of the month, especially the full moon day, or we call in Sri Lanka we call Poya day. It is not recommended to go to gem markets in Ratnapura, Nivitigala, and other area, most of other areas. But there's a market called Beruala market. 99% of the people who are merchants in that Beirut markets are Muslim merchants. So during that time, even during full moon day, they operate the market. But uh, Ratnapura, Nimitikala, those markets during Poya day, they do not operate the market. Usually, all the miners and gem traders consider it as a holiday for them. They usually drink and sleep and relax. So it's not recommended to go to gem markets except this Berwal, and there's another market called Gittur market during full moon day. And again, it is not recommended to go to gem markets during New Year Day and soon after New Year Day and Ramadan and Hajj festival days. So during soon after the New Year and Ramadan and Hajj festival, gem markets are not so active. So you will not get a good selection if you go to these gem markets during that time. But if you can go to gem markets, let's say just before the new year, let's say, usually in Sri Lanka, Sinhala and Hindu New Year take place every year, 13th of April. Let's say if you can go to Jamaica from, let's say, 1st of April till 10th or 12th, you will be able to go for a really good bargain price, because most of the miners, most of the gem traders, they want to sell their inventory to earn some money to buy food and alcohol for their celebrations. So usually they tend to give gems at a lower rate during that time. Similar to that, even during Ramadan festival and Hajj festival time, if you can go a little bit earlier, a couple of days or a week earlier to the Ramadan and Hajj festival day, there's a high tendency you will get gems at a bargaining price. Okay, where to buy gems? In Sri Lanka, there are 30 to 40 lot of gem markets all around Sri Lanka. But here I'm not going to mention all the gem markets, but I'm telling you really good gem markets that I can recommend to any foreigner with confidence, because of the safety issues, the ability to exchange money, ability to communicate in English, ability to check a gem whether it is a synthetic or a natural, get a gem certification. Considering all these factors, I have come up with couple of gem markets that I can recommend to you. And there are certain gem markets, they are not so big, so no point of going to those rural areas for, if there's not no any like good supply of gems. So I don't recommend those type of very small gem markets as well. So I will recommend only a couple of really good gem markets that I can recommend to a foreigner. So if you want to buy cut and polish precious gemstones, there are two main markets. Berwell International Gem Market is really good. It usually operate throughout the week except on Friday. Friday it's a holiday for all the Muslim traders. So Friday it does not operate, but throughout the week they operate. But the specific dates for that market is Wednesday and Saturday. During Wednesday and Saturday, you will see lot of gem traders. Um, they do transaction in Wednesdays and Saturdays. Usually, the market take place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's the peak time. If you want to buy gems from Berola market. And there's another market called Ratnapura market. Ratnapura is like the gem mining capital in Sri Lanka. It is also uh, operate daily 7 days a week, except on Poya days and the New Year day, couple of days on the New Year day and soon after the New Year. So there also you can buy really nice cut and polish gem markers. And if you want to buy semi-precious stones, you will find semi-precious stones in other markets as well. But specifically, if you want to buy semi-precious stone, there's a market called Gintota Gem Market. It's in the down south. That market is quite famous for semi-precious stones as well as stones from Africa. Sri Lankan gem traders, they have a lot of mines in Africa. They operate mines, they buy gems from Africa, and they bring big quantities to Sri Lanka to do cutting, polishing, heating, and other value additions. So, especially the people in that vicinity, people from Gintota area, these are the people who usually travel to Africa to bring African gems. So you can buy African gems also at Gintota market. Uh, so if you want semi-precious stones, Gintota market is the go-to market for semi-precious stones. And if you want to buy, if you are a seasoned gem trader, gem buyer who has experience of buying rough stones, you can buy rough stones from Ratnapura, Nivitikala, Haraniyavaka, Haligoda markets. Uh, but the thing is, you need to know you can't export rough stones as it is from Sri Lanka. Um, you need to do cutting and polishing in Sri Lanka. You can export fine for the cut and polish stones. You can export. Otherwise, you can't take export rough stones as it is from Sri Lanka to any other country. Sometimes people take couple of stones in their luggages and they travel, but if you get caught, then you will be fined, and even the government might take those stones to their custody. So keep it in mind when you are buying rough stones in Sri Lanka. Another some pro tips and unique opportunities. How where to buy gems. So if you stay near in the mining areas, there are a lot of liquor shops, or we call wine stores in Sri Lanka. If you stay near the wine shops in the evenings, because all the artisanal miners, they do mining in the rivers and jungles. After 3:30, from 3:30 to 6:30, they come out of the jungles, and first thing they do is they go to the liquor shop to buy liquor. So near the liquor shop, whatever they find, they try to sell it to the buyers. So if you go to liquor shops, if they stay near liquor shops, there's a high tendency you can get those gems at a reasonably lower price. That opportunity is there. And if you stay close to in the access road to the jungle areas, jungle access roads, or again from 3:30 to 5:30, usually all these illegal miners, artisanal miners, they come out of the jungle after 3:30, because it's not safe to stay in the jungle at night in the evening, because the elephants, leopards, and bears. So they usually come out of the jungles from 3:30 to 5:30. So if you stay in those access roads, there's a higher tendency to get gems at a reasonably cheaper significantly cheaper rate. So the thing is, you can't just go to these paper places on your own. You need to work closely with the local fixer or a local gem expert who has this ground knowledge, who has access to these areas, who can handle the local community. Because some local gem collectors, they doesn't like you as a foreigner going to the source and buying gems from them. They like you only if you work with some locals, they will let you buy gems from those areas. Otherwise they will really doesn't like you, don't like you going to the root level and collecting gems from the artisanal miners. And few other points, if you go to, there are some areas like newly discovered gem mining areas such as Hatton, Bogwan Talav, and Khantale. In those areas also gem prices are quite low because these are newly discovered gem mining areas. So all these artisanal miners, they don't know the true value of each gem. If you negotiate nicely, there's a high tendency you can score really good profit if you buy gems from those areas. But there's a catch, because these are rural areas. There's no gem labs, so you are taking a risk, because in those areas, since there's no gem labs, there are some cheeky miners who mix synthetic gems or who sell synthetic gems with natural gems. So there's a risk. Only if you are really, if you have enough experience to buy, who if you have experience to figure out synthetics from natural, or if you can figure out heated stones and natural stones, you can buy from these places. Otherwise there's a risk of uh, getting caught with this synthetic and treated stones. So those are some areas you can buy gems at a reasonable rate, not reasonable, like at a cheaper rate when it's come to buying gems from markets. And the other point, in the markets, you will not find a lot of big stones. If I tell you the truth, usually you will find stones below 5 carat, 5 to 6 carat. Uh, especially when it's come to cut and polish stones, you will see less than 5 to 6 carat stones mainly at the in the markets. And when it's come to rough stones, probably stones that about less than 10 carats, rough stones. So if you want to buy big stones, you can't just walk around the market and buy stones from all these small gem traders or miners. Then you have to rent a office in um, like gem in a gem market like Berwal or Ratnapura. You need to stay there for 2 to 3 days. Then the word spread. There's a foreign buyer. He is looking for 5 carat above, really good quality, premium quality blue sapphires or pinks or alexandrite, you name it. So once the word go out, then the established gem buyer, gem sellers, or their representatives bring their big gems to you, right? Uh, Otherwise, people do not carry big 5 carat, 6 carat, or 10 carat blue sapphires and walk around the gem market. Uh, Other than synthetics. So it is one thing. You need to have, if you want to purchase big gems, you need to have a office in those areas and stay at least couple of days to secure gems. And the other thing is, you can talk to your local fixer partner and ask him to connect, talk to established gem sellers, established miners, and get appointment with them to go visit their houses and to check their inventory. So all these very established gem sellers or miners, they don't want to come to you because they have more than enough money. So if you want to buy, you have to go to their place, to their houses or to their offices to buy gems. and again, one another thing is you can have rent a Airbnb apartment or office in Colombo and ask your local fixer to talk to all the contacts and ask them to bring gems to your office in Colombo. You can your local partner or the local fixer can arrange all the appointments, and then people from all around Sri Lanka will bring gems to you as per your requirement. If you want only 5 above gems, they will bring 5 above, 10 above carat, 10 carat above gems. They will bring 10 carat above gems. You can check the certificates well in advance before you give the appointments to check whether this person has genuine stones. All these things, your local fixer or the local gem expert will do it on behalf of you. Some mistakes done by some gem buyers. Sometimes some gem buyers come to Sri Lanka without doing a proper research. So they just come to Sri Lanka, go stay in touristic areas, and go to thinking, in Sri Lanka gems are cheap, and they go to some gem shops or jewelry shops in touristic places like Kandy, Goal, Colombo, and they try to buy gems. The thing is, in those places, usually the prices are significantly high. If you are a person who is going to buy a gem or jewelry for your personal use, it's okay to buy from these places. But if your intention is to resell, the prices can be quite high. If you buy from these places, it's quite challenging for you to sell and make a decent profit out of it. Because in these jewelry shops, for the guide, they have to give a commission. There's a they have to maintain his staff, security, all the showcases. There's a huge overhaul head cost for them. So some people go to all these jewelry shops and gem shops in touristic areas and try to buy gems, and they get disappointed. The thing is, and there are in the established really good gem shops, they do not sell synthetics or treated stones. But if you go to small unregulated small gem shops in these touristic areas, there's a high tendency, if you get a stone, big stone at a cheap price, either the stone is synthetic or diffuse stones. Because some when some tourists come to Sri Lanka, they want big blue sapphires at $400 or $200, which is impossible. Out of desperation to say make some money to do some kind of a sale, all this small gem traders sellers does is they usually sell diffuse stones for unsuspecting tourists who doesn't have a proper gemology background. So that's why you should not visit all these jewelry shops. If you are a gem trader, if you want to make money by reselling gems, I do not recommend you to go to all these jewelry shops in touristic areas. But if you are a regular tourist who want lot of who prefer the convenience, you can go to these established good jewelry shops. They have nice stones, but the prices are also quite high. As a tourist, it is quite difficult to buy gems and arranging all the logistics certifications, renting officers, coordinating all the buyers, local buyers, everything on your own. It is you have to work with a local partner. Local partner is not like a formal business registered business partner. You need to work with a local gem expert, probably who has who not probably he if you are working with a local partner when it's come to gem, you need to make sure that that person has the gem license, gem dealer license from Gem and Jewelry Authority of Sri Lanka, and he must have a good knowledge. Must have a he must process some qualifications when it's come to gemology. He need to have he must be a established person with a good professional and personal background. Usually, that person take 10%, 10 to 15% of commission for the role he plays. He will arrange all these logistic gem certifications, coordinating gem suppliers, getting appointments to all these miners who will take you to different mining sites. If you are working with a professional qualified gem trader or a fixer, he will be a good asset. He will be a key success factor of your gem expedition. But don't work with tour guides, beach boys. Only work with true professional gem fixers. Okay, let's talk about gem valuation and price offering techniques. Okay, now we are going to talk about how to buy cut and polish natural unheated stones. There's no correct price in this gem business. There's no fixed price. No one can tell you, okay, this is the price you can offer for this. Maybe we can give some suggestions, some recommend some ranges, but there's no any correct correct price for a gemstone. So the correct price is the price that you can afford. Okay, and you need to consider when you are buying natural, when you offer prices, when you offer prices, when you buy cut and polish natural stones, you need to consider the 7 C's that I mentioned: uh, color, clarity, cut, carat, country of origin, what else? Curing treatment and the certificate. Or you need to consider everything when you offer the price. In the market, it is quite easy to buy perfectly fine, nice stones. But the thing is, top class, world class stones are limited. With if I tell you the truth, as per my own experience, out of all the stones in the market, there are more than 40 to 50% of the 30 to, at least 30 to 40% gems available in the market. There are a lot of flaws, there are a lot of issues, not a lot of, there are issues, there are areas where we can improve. It's a good thing if you know the game, if you know how you can improve this stone. It is where you can score good profits, right? Because those, especially, there are a lot of stones with poor cuts. If you can buy the stones for the purpose of recutting, you can make really good profit. If you know the game, you doesn't have to cut the stone on your own. But if your local partner has contacts with a really good master gem cutter who can recut it without wasting a lot of material, then you can make real good profit. Show them you understand. They might tell, madam, sir, this is 5 carat stone. But you can tell, see, this is not a 5 carat stone. This has a big window. Probably I can get a 3 carat or a 4 carat one. If you see a 3 carat stone, you offer the price for a 3 carat stone. Again, since you have to, it's not a finished 3 carat stone, you have to do cutting, you have to spend time, take a risk. So you can offer even a lower rate. So buying gems for recutting can get you really, really good profits. One example of a poorly done blue sapphire, Sri Lanka Ceylon blue sapphire. This is a 7 carat one. Some gem cutters things getting the highest weight is the biggest deal. Okay, there are a couple of examples. After recutting, before and after recutting, and buying, the technique is similar to buying natural stones, but here there are other than the cut, there are, you can check whether we can improve the color by reheating, because these are heated stone. Still some all the gem heating people are not, their skill level is not the same, their techniques are not the same. So sometimes some people are not really good at gem heating. Even after heating, there are some inclusions, so the stone is quite sleepy, doesn't have a good luster. So if we do a proper reburn, we can improve the color and improve the clarity. Within 24 hours we can get a gas burn, but there's a electric heating technique also there. So if we when it's come to electric heats, there are electric heats going from 1 week to 2 week, 3 week, 1 month, 1.5 months, 2 months, 3 months, even 6 months, up to 6 months. Electric heats going based on the intended color you want to achieve. You can select the electric heat. So these type of opportunities are there. But if you know the game, you can make good profit by mastering these techniques. So when you offer prices, you need to consider uh, the color improvement you can gain from this one. You need to consider those involvement cost, time cost also into account and set the price. Usually these type of heat stones you can get at a way significantly lower rate rather than fine quality finish heated stones. So these type of opportunities are there. And the other point I'm going to discuss is buying rough gems. It's it's a very challenging thing if you are a newcomer to gem business. When you offer prices to rough gemstones, it's like this. It is we are not offering the price for the rough stone, but we offer the price for the end product, for the finished stone. Let's say there's a 15 carat rough stone. In some books I have seen, they say if there's a 15 carat one, let's say if there's a 10 carat one, you can get a 5 carat blue sapphire. They some people tell like that half of you can get half of the weight. No, it's not like that. You need to take into account a lot of things. You need to think if it is a sapphire, where's the crystal axis or the good color side, or where are the color centers, where are the inclusions, because no one want stones with a lot of inclusions. We need to get rid of certain inclusions. So whether we need to heat these stones, we need to take into account a lot of things. You need to imagine, you need to check each and every corner of the stones to see the inclusions, cracks, solid inclusions, rotary needles, all these things you need to check closely. After that only you offer the price based on the end product that you can gain. If it is a 50 or 100 carat rough stone, if you can get a nice 5 carat blue sapphire, we offer the price for a 5 carat blue sapphire, not for the 100 carat thing, thinking that 100 carat we have, we can take 50 carat. No, nothing like that. So sometimes when you buy rough stones, you can think whether we can make pairs. Similar to when we do recutting, if you can make pairs by recutting, if you can create pairs or calibrated dead sets, the prices jumps twice. Like because making pairs for rings or earrings, it's quite challenging. You need to cut the size and the color. So if you can somehow make a pair, then you can sell those pairs, gem pairs, at a higher rate. Or if you can create calibrated set, you can sell those gems at a higher rate. So you need to consider into account all these things when you buy rough stones. So then only you can accurately give a realistic price. Otherwise, there's a high risk of losing money. From our mind, we need to do a inclusion mapping, and after that we need to figure out what type of gems we can cut from that stone. We need to sew it and do the preforming, and finally we need to do the cut and polish. So we set the price based on the earning potential of the final product we can achieve. And when you are going to buy gems, rough gems, usually those rough gems are in rural mining areas. You need to be very careful. There are synthetic stones as well. So you need to work with the experienced gem fixer who can identify synthetic stones. If you are not so sure, because in certain gem mining areas there we don't have gem labs. And in the mining areas, and even in the gem markets, there are people come and tell you, sir, madam, this is a 10 karat blue sapphire, you can make 5 karat out of it, or 7 karat out of it. Don't take their word. Don't they are using different manipulation techniques, telling that, okay, madam, sir, you can make take 5 karat clean stone. No, only if you see a 5 carat stone, you offer the price accordingly. There are people who intentionally give fake information, or sometimes they really don't know. They are artisanal miners. They don't know about all the inclusion cutting things. If you truly show them, okay, there's a inclusion like this, there's a crack, how can I make a 5 carat one? No, I can make only a 2 carat one. Then if they come to a understanding, although this is a 10 carat rough stone, the potential of this is a 2 carat one, uh, they will probably give at uh, a reasonable rate, because otherwise they will think, they might genuinely think, this is a very valuable stone. You need to show the real value of the stone. You can't just criticize blindly. If you see some real flaws in these issues in the system, you need to point out, see, there's a crack, there are inclusion, we need to reheat it, we need to recut it, these issues are there, then we can negotiate for a better rate. And next point I am going to discuss about Gouda sapphire, Gouda bind, Gouda gemstone is a different subject. Probably we will do. We are going to do a separate seminar or a separate lecture on this matter. So I'm not going to discuss things in detail because it's quite a yeah, it's quite a huge, vast area. So Gouda sapphire is also a type of sapphire or a type of corundum. But the thing is, corundum is aluminum oxide. The blue color comes when it has titanium and iron. Because of these impurities, only it gives a blue color. But sometimes in certain stones, they are not 100% processed or 100% baked inside the earth. There are some unprocessed impurities like rutile needles uh, in those stones. So the sapphires form under tremendous pressure and heat. So if we can artificially create an environment similar to what's happening inside the earth for thousands or millions years, we can uh, escalate that, artificially create that process that happens inside the earth, and cook or the process the unprocessed chemicals or inclusions and create a nice clarity and color. There's a Gouda type called Doom Gouda. This is before heating. This one more or less the preform rough stone. This is after preforming. This is heating. After this is after polishing. So just to give you an idea, so you need to know, like, if you want to buy rough Gouda stones, the rates are quite low, even very much lower than the, not very much, significantly lower than the regular natural rough sapphires. But you need to know from which from this stone what type of a color, what type of a clarity we can gain. Based on that only, you need to set the price. There are a lot Gouda also, there are a lot of varieties. Here I have mentioned some of the widely available Gouda sapphires that you can find, like silky Gouda, milky Gouda, thick Gouda, young Gouda, dum Gouda, diesel Gouda, Angu Geuda, Rat Geuda, Otto Geuda. There are a lot of Geuda types. What I want to emphasize is, we will discuss about Geuda in a separate session. What I want to emphasize is, every Geuda sapphire requires different heat treatment. Not every heating plant or heat treatment academy, heat treatment establishment company is not expertise in each and every given type. There are some people who are really good at heating, let's say, dum gewde. There are some people who are expert in heating ottu ottu gewde, and there are some people who are really good at heating diesel gewde. So you need to know, okay, if we buy diesel Gouda, I can work with this person. He is a expert in that Gouda heating from by after burning and after doing electric burning, we can get this color. Based on that thing, you can offer the price. Even if you are a master of Gouda, no one can truly tell with 100% assurance you will achieve that color. Sometimes uh, it's like gambling. Sometimes, unfortunately, when you heat the stone above 1600, 1800, especially to get rid of thick, silky inclusions, there's a high chance of get sometimes cracks appears in the stones, and the sometimes the stones also burst. So no one can 100% tell with 100% assurance confident that you will be able to achieve these colors or clarity level. So it's a kind of a gamble. So there's a huge risk involved. So when you offer prices, you need to take into consideration about the risk involved. Based on that only, you need to set the price for given stones. Under what to buy, now we are going to discuss rare collector stones. In the markets, you will sometimes you will come across this type of tarphite, alexandrite, morganite, serendipite, aconite, phenakite, this type of rare stones. Sometimes when you especially buy gem lots, you will come across this type of stones. If you can identify these stones, you can make really good profit, because in most cases, even the sellers doesn't know, they don't know whether this is a rare stone. And they will give it as a regular another semi-precious stone in the gem lot. So if you can identify these type of stones, you can make a good profit. Especially, when you let's say there's a set of green stones, you check it with your yellow light and you observe a color change. So if you observe a color change in a green stone, there's a high chance it can be alexandrite. So then you don't have to highlight it to the seller, because if you highlight it to the seller, I'm sure he will ask for a high price for the lot. What you have to do is just without mentioning it, you can buy the whole lot at a bargain price, or as you without highlighting the stone, you can buy a couple of stones with that green stone. Without highlighting, it's a alexandrite. And there's another demand from these type of stones. Some people call these are gems. Some people like mainly minerals. Sometimes will come across minerals, especially in the rough gem market, like aconite, thorite, uranite. This type of minerals or gems containing radioactive properties. So companies who are into nuclear power generation, who are into nuclear defense industries, countries like America, in Europe, a lot of countries, let's say India, Russia, there are companies, collectors, buyers who are sourcing these type of radioactive minerals. So if you have contact with those type of companies, if you can sell these type of minerals, these are quite rare, still available in Sri Lanka. You can buy these things and sell at a very, very high price. Okay. Under what to buy, the other product we are going to discuss is buying gem lots. You will find both rough lots as well as cut and polish gem lots. In those gem lots, you will mainly find lot wise people usually sell stones below 3 carats. Uh, Usually, if it is about 3 carats, people tend to sell it separately. So, especially when you are buying gems from the miners, they whatever they found in the mine, they just want to sell it quickly as a lot. So, when you are buying gem lot, there's a high chance if you make a good bargain, maybe you will be able to cover the total lot cost from couple of stones. If you find a nice good color, let's say a couple of big blue sapphires, big in the sense like say nice 2 carat couple of blue sapphires, or maybe alexandrite or another rare stone. It that one stone itself can sometimes pay the cost of the whole lot. So let's say you bought 14 stones out of there are two nice 2 carat above blue sapphires. You cut it, you sell it, and that two stones will itself cover the whole cost of the lot. So those type of uh, potentials are there. And again, when you buy lots, since you are buying lot, spend quite a lot of money, you can always go for a bulk price. And sometimes you will come across rare stones, like with pink stone, pink sapphire lots. You will, in most cases, you will find a nice Padmaraga stones as well. Sometimes with green stones, you will find alexandrite stones. So, and again, when you have lots, you can create gem pairs or calibrated sets from when you buy gem lots. Okay, now by now we completed the part. We answer to the question what to buy and how to pay. Now we are going to discuss how to pay. I highly recommend you to make payments. Bring cash. Cash is the king. So when you come to Sri Lanka, you can hand carry about $10,000, not about 10 up to $10,000 worth of money without declaring it. And I highly recommend you to bring the new $100 bill from in the black market. You will get a higher conversion rate when it's come to larger high value uh, high value gem sales. Usually, some gem buyers prefer to do those transaction without the involvement of banking system because of tax. And so people use there are hawala networks, undial networks. I'm pretty sure you are aware about these things. Okay, we talk about how to pay. Now we are talking about how to dress, how to travel, with whom you should travel. Uh, it is recommended to, in this gem industry, it is recommended to dress nicely and dress well. If you are wearing flip-flops, not if you are not properly dressed, then people judge you. Especially if you are going to buy gems from established gem sellers or established gem miners, uh, they don't want to show their big, high quality premium gems. If they don't feel like, if you do not project the image of a high end gem buyer, they will not show their gems to you, because they don't like just bargaining people, or people who just come to watch their gems, right, just to bargain. They show their truly beautiful gems only for the real serious gem buyers. Some people, some there's a saying tell like, it's like for some gem miners or gem sellers, they are precious big gemstones like their virgin daughters. They do not show that to all the onlookers, or just all the Jack and Jill who come to see gems. So only for the very, very serious buyers only, they show these truly beautiful gems, right? Because they have a uh, belief that if someone touch a gem and return that gem, it reduce the value or the sellability of that gem. It says that every time someone touch a gem and check it and maybe bargain and criticize the gem and return it, it attracts some negative energy and it lower the sellability of that gem. So people do not want to show their gems for uh, people who can't afford. You need to show when you the way you dress, you are a rich person. You can afford to dress well. You so then you know when you wear something branded or something at least decent, then they know he's a nice person. He seems like a person with a good budget. He seems like a person with some deep pockets, or at least he has some good contacts. So for those type of people only they show their real inventory, otherwise they won't tell you that I'm not going to show you my gems. What will they will tell you is like, okay, so it's like this, I have a friend, he took my inventory to America, and again, even the mode of traveling, some people are going to meet gem buyers or going to the gem market in scooters or some budget taxis. Especially if you are again going to meet some high-end gem sellers, you need to go in a at least in a decent SUV or a tour, at least in a decent touristic vehicle, to show that you can afford the comfort of a luxury vehicle. Otherwise, if you can't afford a rent a proper car, then they know this person doesn't have money. He doesn't have any contacts with good gym buyer, so that's why he can't afford at least a decent vehicle to shuttle from his hotel to this place. So people judge, they don't tell you to your face. Especially if you want to procure good gems, you must have a good office. If you like the thing is just having some kind of a office is not good enough. If you want to say buy good gems, you must have rent a proper office with in a nice ambience. Let's say in Colombo, Berwala, or Ratnapura. Then only people, all the high end gem sellers know this person has a nice office, which means he can afford, he is giving good rates, that's why he maintain a nice ambience in his office. So based on that only they bring. If you have a small office in a very dodgy unprofessional office, they do not bring their valuable $1 million worth gems to those type of places. The things you wear, the way you travel, the office you sit, project your image. So you need to make sure you project an appropriate image to attract high-end gem sellers. Okay, by now we have completed the first half of our lecture. So let's move on to the second half, the art of negotiation in the gem trade. The first rule that I like to teach you is know when to walk away. The art of walk away. As Donald Trump mentioned in his book, The Art of the Deal, you should learn when to walk away. If the terms are not favorable to you, if the price is not within the maximum price range that you are ready to offer, don't get fixated on one particular stone. Always there will be good deals will always come back to you. So learn when to walk away. The very first moment, if the seller notice that you are desperate, after that you are not truly negotiating. You are just wasting your time, because after that, the very first moment the seller notice you are desperate, you are anyway going to buy this stone. After that, he is not going to negotiate. Let's say you come to buy, let's say, 5 carat blue sapphire. In that collection, there's a nice 5 carat blue sapphire which you really want to buy. Don't tell him, I came to buy this type of a nice 5 carat blue sapphire. I really wanted to buy. I was looking for this type of blue sapphire. Don't tell like that. Don't show your desperation. You just check it and keep it aside. Check another, let's say, Padmaraga, yellow stones. Don't show a special interest to a particular stone, check, um, pay a similar interest to all the stones, negotiate equally to all the stones. So then they can't make any judgment on you. They don't sense any desperation from your side. Then you have upper hand. Then you can truly bargain. The other point I want really want to tell you is don't be intimidated by high prices. In the gem markets, as you know, there's no correct price for gems. Each gem is unique, so the price can be quite different. Sometimes when you go to the gem market, some one person might offer you a blue sapphire, 1 carat blue sapphire, and they will ask, "Sir, I need $4,000 for this." Just because that person asked $4,000 for a 1 carat, let's say royal blue sapphire, you don't have to give $4,000 or even give $3,500. He might ask for that, but you need, and you don't have to just return the stone and then, this is too expensive. You need to, you whatever the price they ask, don't worry. Maybe you can start from, you can offer a initial offer. We can give you, okay, I can give you $800. Then he might say, no, 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 sir, this is too low. Give me a better rate. Okay, okay, sir, okay, okay. Last final price, friends price, family price. They will give different names. You seems like a nice person. I'll give you, for you, I will give you today $3,500. Okay, sir, take it. uh, then just because he say you are like my brother, you are like a friend, family price, best friend price, you don't have to take it and buy it at for 3,500. You say no, best I can do 1,000. Then he will, so it's, this is too low, sir. I bought this more than that rate, sir. You need to come for a better rate. Like, sir, gradually you can negotiate. Just because that person asks for 4,000, you don't have to give it buy it at 4,000, or you don't have to return the stone telling that, oh, yeah, this is stone is too much, too expensive. So let's say at the end you can negotiate, maybe let's say 1,500 or 2,000, you can buy that stone. What I wanted to emphasize is you can start low and gradually go to your highest budget. Even if you can, let's say you come to Sri Lanka with the mindset, if you find a really nice blue sapphire, you are ready to let's say loop in blue sapphire, you are ready to pay $1,500, 1 carat stone. Still, just because you are ready for 1,500 and this person is asking for 4,000, you don't have to pay. Okay, uh, at the as the first of all, you should not tell, okay, I'm going to give you 1,500, because then he thinks he start from 1,500. Maybe if I negotiate, maybe I can get it, go for 2,000 or 2,500. So if your maximum offer is, let's say, 1,500, you better start from 800 and gradually increase it. Maybe he will agree for 1,000 or 1,200. Who knows? Okay. And sometimes he might tell, so already I got a price for $3,000. So I need at least because 3 days ago also from a buyer from Thailand or buyer from China, I got a offer for this stone for $3,000. They will say 3,000 or different numbers. They will say it, it is a manipulation techniques. Um, let's say, then you think, already from someone else, he has received $3,000 for this stone, which means like this in the market trade, there's a, they, what he is trying to do is they are trying to artificially establish a market price, right? It's a manipulation technique. It gives us a feeling like, this stone So even others are ready to pay $3,000 for this one. So if we pay, let's say 3,200, he might give this to me. So those type of manipulation techniques are there. Not just that person, even someone else might come to your table and say, last time also you got 3,500 for this one, right? Sometimes his friends might come and try to establish a certain price, telling that there's a demand for this stone. Don't believe these words. You offer the price that you can afford, that you can resell and make a profit. Usually, in most cases, like 70% of the time, most of the sellers give a very high price in the beginning. But there are some sellers who really doesn't want to bargain a lot, especially when it's come to B2B business traders, because they know they have some kind of idea about the market prices. So they don't give like crazy high prices. Maybe they ask, let's say, instead of asking thousand $4,000, let's say for a 1 carat one, maybe they might ask, I need 1,600 or something. Just because they ask 1,600, you should not, because it's more or less a reasonable rate. Let's assume hypothetical numbers. So you, since he asks only 1,600, don't go for $200. Don't start your negotiation from $200, because um he has already given a nice a reasonable rate. Maybe you can ask, are you ready for a small negotiation? Is there any room for bargain? Then he might say, yeah, if it is little bit, not a big amount, little bit, maybe you can offer, can I go for $1,000? Is more or less, because if we give them a very low price like $200, he might get offended because he knows the true potential of that stone. Even the cost of the rough stone is higher than the price you are offering. So you should not give some um, crazy low prices and offend that genuine professional gem seller. And actually, it is in a way you are humiliating yourself. It shows that you don't have any proper idea about the market trades. You are just bargaining without having a proper base. So then you use sorry, you lose your own respect. So don't, for the sake of bargaining, don't always aggressively bargain and insult seller, because other maybe there are some sellers. If you are aggressively bargaining, they don't want to waste their time. They'll say, okay, sir, these gems are not for you, not suitable for you. It's okay. You if you can find gems at these rates, okay, you go ahead and buy gem from someone else, and they will close their pack and they will walk away. If the price is reasonable, uh, be respectful and negotiate, bargain accordingly. Okay. In the market, there's a saying called become a buyer, not a bargainer. In the gem market, people respect buyers, not bargainers. Sometimes some people come with the mindset, okay, I'm going to buy this 5 carat stones, and till he to buy that 5 carat stones, he keep bargaining without buying anything. First, we need to get qualified. We need to get established as a buyer, not a bargainer. So at least you need to buy some small stones, let's say 1 carat blue sapphire, couple of garners, because if the price is right, you can sell it, even those stones in Europe. It's not a big deal. So rather than wasting and bargain your time and always bargaining for the good quality, high value stones, first you need to buy something and break the ice and get established as a buyer, not just a bargainer. One, for buyers, people love buyers. People respect buyers. People doesn't want to offend buyers. So they usually give better rates. They are ready to negotiate with buyers. So if you purchase certain, let's say there's a seller who want to sell his gem inventory. He who want to sell his show you his inventory. Let's say he has a couple of 5 carat, 5 plus 5 6 carat range blue sapphires, but the price quite expensive for you, and he has some garnets, 1 carat blue sapphire. Maybe you first bargain and buy because the budget is not so expensive for, let's say, blue sapphires, garnets, spinners. You buy a couple of these things first, because once you buy certain things, the energy start flowing towards you, right? You establish yourself as a buyer, right? People respect buyers. People like when more you buy, more they give, tend to give better rates because you are like a bulk buyer. You are like a consistent buyer. So they don't want to spoil any relationship with you because more they really believe that more they work with you, more they can make profit. So rather than making profit from one individual stones, they try to get, okay, a bulk rate. Okay, since you more you buy gems, better uh, rates they offer. So as I always says, start from small stones and gradually move to bigger stores. Once you establish their trust and respect, they are ready to negotiate because already you have purchased, let's say, 3 4 smaller stores, and now you are moving to bigger stores. They are ready to negotiate rather than you wasting your time on first try to negotiate with the big stone. Start from small stones and gradually move to bigger stones. I'll give you another example. Let's say you notice a big, not let's say there's a nice 2 or 3 carat blue sapphire. For the you initially you negotiate for the price and individual price. He asked 4,000 rupees, sorry, for $4 for that sapphire. He says it is the very best filer rate. Then he says, okay. Then there are some garnets. Let's say there's a garnet for $100. You will say, okay, I will buy this garnet. Then there's another garnet for $100. He said, okay, I will go for 2 garnets if you give each garnet a 10% discount. Okay, you uh, go for a 10% discount. You will buy 2 garnets, and for both stones you pay only $180, which means like for the bulk you get a 10% discount, and now you have established a discount percentage, which is a 10% discount for you. After that, you will say, okay, I'm going to buy 2 garnets plus this blue sapphire also. My final offer is 3,750. So, since already you have established the discount rate as well, there's a high chance he will, because already you have bought, you agreed to buy 2 stones and this is the third stone. There's a high chance he will give everything for 3,750, 3,780, because you are buying a bulk. Just see, if you just start bargaining for that 4,000 dollar sapphire, asking for further discount, he will say no, 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 right? But if you go with that angle, with that approach, you buy a couple of stones and establish a discount percentage and a bulk rate or a bulk discount rate, and after that you add that sapphire also to that bulk, then altogether you will get a discount. Just imagine. So by doing so, you get a really because even if you like the rate is from 10% from 4,000, which means the actual cost of the sapphire is 3,600. On top of that, $180 we spend for garners, which we really don't want to buy, but still we can resell these things. So still we make a profit because altogether the cost is 3,780, but it is less than 4,000. So like even before making before selling, we make profit by buying stones. Using this approach, we can make profit even without selling stones. I will tell you another bargaining tip. Usually, people prefer round numbers. Maybe you can, if you say, okay, 3,700, okay, I need 3,750. Yes, people like 3,700 or 3,750 or 3,000. Let's say he need little bit more profit. Then okay, say okay, you can tell okay, my last final price is 3,800. There's a high chance he will give for 3,800 because it's a round number, right? And not like 3,785, not like that. It's a round number, either 3,750 or 3,800. So when you bargain to such a round number, there's a high chance people give like sell gems at that rate. So those are some psychological things that we can use the advantage for our advantage when we are negotiating. So when it's come to negotiating, power of confidence and body language plays a major role. So there are a lot of research, this power of confidence, body language. This is another subject matter we can discuss hours on this topic itself. So since we don't have enough time already, this is a bit of a lengthy discussion. Since already we have consumed a lot of time, we are not going to discuss things in great details. So for those who want to learn about these things, I can refer a book written Science of People, written by Vanessa Van Edwards. She has done a real nice research on in these subject matters. You can refer that book. So as per the research done in these areas, people 80% of our impressions that we have about people based on their warmth and confidence that we project. So you need to be mindful about what type of image or what type of a warmth and confidence that we project when it's come to negotiation. I'll I'll give you an example. Why people cooperates by business jets? Can't they have this discussion over the phone or through Zoom meetings? Before they go for the meeting, they discuss all these technical things, costing, budgeting, technical things, legal aspects, everything. They are, let's say the CEO is going for the meeting. Let's say he's flying from America to London. There are chief technical officers, legal officers, admin officers who will take care of all these things. Still, they fly. When they go there, they do not discuss the technical things or legal terms, financial terms. They usually have a friendly discussion uh, about their last vacation in Sri Lanka or Thailand. Where did they study? What they're discussing, they check the vibe. They check the how confident, how read each other's vibe, how warm, how confident is that person. Does he feel any some kind of a close book or type of a feeling, like whether we can trust that person, how confident he when he talks, how warm he is. So people judge the other party not just because based on the words that we speak, but based on the confident or the warm that we project. So we need to be very careful about the confident and warmth that we project when it's come to uh, negotiation. There are a lot of things that matters, that sometimes these micro expressions the other party does not intentionally read, but since they have for thousands years they have, their mind has been hardwired or trained for the with the fear of survival, that person, the other party, does not intentionally read our micro expressions, but uh, the other party subconscious mind read the micro expressions that we project. So if you are nervous, if your body emits some nervous energy, nervous vibe, or untrustworthy vibe, then the other party senses that we can't avoid. So that's why we need to be very careful about the image or the warmth or and confidence that we project from our side. As I already told, we need to be, we must have a nice charisma. We must have a genuine smile. If you can't genuinely smile, it's better not to smile at all. Rather than having a fake smile, it's good to not to smile, because people tend to feel fake smiles. People don't like fake smiles. So people usually judge how confident are you, how likable are you. People like to work with friendly, warm people. If you're, it's like this, if you're too friendly, it's also not good. Then people do not take you seriously. If you are, let's say, too confident but not so friendly, again people reluctant to uh, work with you. They seems like you know your stuff, but you are so cold. They are a little bit afraid to work with you, because you project that type of very formal energy. So you need to have a right balance. You need to be warm as well as competent. You need to be like an open book. If you are like you need to show some genuine emotions. When you are happy, you need to smile. Like if you are a very introvert, it's like if you are like a cold closed book, people don't like to work with you, uh, because they feel threatened if you are like a closed book, because they have a they have a sense for survival. If they can't read you, if you they can't have a proper judgment about your true intentions, they are they have a their survival instincts get triggered, and they after that they are so protective. When it's come to negotiation, they don't really want to negotiate, because they are quite fear whether you will take advantage of them. So they are after that they are so protective. When they have that when their survival instincts get triggered, and when they start aggressively bargaining, then you will not get a better rate. Be like open book, be a approachable person, be a friendly, warm, but as well as confident person. And again, when it's come to conflict negotiation, or there's a technique we call the sandwich technique. When you give a comment, just don't offend that person. What they come to you and show you their wealth, don't disgrace their wealth. I told you, especially for all these high-end gem miners or established gem sellers, their big gemstones are like their virgin daughters to them, right? They don't want anyone to criticize it. uh, let's say there's a nice Patmaraga. It's genuinely nice. Color is correct. But you notice there are some flaws in the cut. If you should not just criticize, the cut is not nice. This is no we have to recut it. There's no market for this type of cuts. Don't just criticize it. Maybe you can tell. Yeah, this is a nice stone. I think the color is correct. Color is nice, but can you see there's a color. The cut is not so nice. We may have to do a bit of cutting, or we may have to repolish these things. The facets are not so aligned. You need to sandwich. You like it is the way you have to present the comment without offending the other party. So, and again, if the other party, you need to respect the other party, as well as you need to command the respect. If someone try to be disrespectful or try to aggressively, unnecessarily bargain with you, you need to show your stuff. I know my stuff. Don't try to play with me. Then only they take you seriously. As I told you, there are some instances you have to walk away from the meeting, from the negotiation. Likewise, you need to set your boundaries. You need to be respectful to the other party, as well as if that person is not so respectful, you need to command respect. Okay, I already told you we have to be confident. Being confident is not so easy. You have to be truly confident. Sometimes, even if you know the subject is still, high expensive gem transactions, gem deals make us nervous. So, but the thing is, you should not go to negotiation table if you are so nervous. The other party tend to feel your nervous energy, and which make them even more nervous. When you are nervous, you can't focus on details like the quality of the cut, minor, maybe those even minor things. When it's come to big high value gem transaction, even minor things matters. So you should not go to gem high level gem discussion, or high level any discussion if you are nervous. You need go to the table with confidence and good composure, right? Relax, confident, composure. Maybe one technique I can give you is, maybe you can do a bit of meditation. Maybe let's say you are going to the gym market, while you are traveling from, let's say there's a shuttle service who will take you from the hotel to the gym market. While you are going in that shuttle service, you can do a bit of meditation, maybe some breathing exercises to concentrate on your breath work, so which will let you to relax. When you go to a discussion with a relaxed energy, relaxed mindset, then it's very easy for you to pay attention to detail, because without triggering any fight or flight survival instincts, you will be able to nicely negotiate, right? So if you are nervous, maybe you have to do a bit of meditation, take a break, have a bit of do a bit of meditation, and come back to the negotiation. So if you are nervous, it's not advisable to continue with the negotiation if you are so nervous. Maybe you can ask for a tea break. You say, I need to think about it. I'll get back to you within 2 hours. I need to think about it. I need to discuss with my partners. I'll get back. Let's pause the meeting for now. Just give me 2 hours. I'll get back to you. Likewise, if you are nervous, don't continue the meeting. Just pause it if it is possible. Go back to a restaurant or somewhere, relax. You breathe, you meditate, maybe have a coffee, maybe have a, I don't know, a lime juice, feel relaxed, and again you can start the negotiation. So another technique to boost your positive energy, boost your confidence, is it is always good to work with a high performer. Rather than going alone, it's good to work with another, either a equally talented or a higher talented person with you side by side. Then he check your stone, you check his stones, share insights, and with his dominant energy, with his knowledge, experience, we can create a more powerful bargaining power. We can because when we have a more higher bargaining energy, so we can bargain because he is also establishing your points when it's come to bargaining. So we can get higher bargaining power when we work as a team. So it's good to work with high performance. There are a lot of researchers done in this area. It says like if you work with high performance, your productivity also increases by 15%. So again, there's a book written by Vanessa Van Edwards, a super book, Science of People. You can buy it and read it. So yeah, it's also one technique. So that's why work with high performers. If you can work with a good local fixer, local partner who knows, let's say, heating, cutting, negotiating local insights, then it will give you added comfort, added confidence. What brings confidence? Education equals convenience. So that's why you need to have a proper education. Maybe if you have a background in gemology, it's good. And again, at least you need to attend to this type of seminars, read books, listen to podcasts, and brush up your knowledge. And again, it's one thing. The other thing is before you come to Sri Lanka, as I already told you, you need to do your homework. You must have a baseline price guide with you. It will decide your success factor. It will provide you a bargain like base for bargaining, and experience provide confidence. So more you practice, no more you get involved with this type of things, it gives you practice. So like rather than you quickly jump into high value expensive gem deals, maybe at least you time to time come to Sri Lanka or go to Thailand, wherever you want to go, at least buy some small gems, test the water, test the market, um, build your confidence by practice. Okay, now we are going to discuss about social capital. Here we emphasize the importance of building genuine, long-lasting relationships. In a regular transaction, we only think about the transaction. We don't think about the well-being of the other party. In a regular transaction, there are two parties in two extreme corners. One side, the seller is there, the other side, buyer is. Always both parties are competing to get the maximum advantage to their side. But let's, if we can come close to each other, right? If we can be long lasting, sustainable friends or long lasting business partners, they they do not consider you as a opposite person to their venture, but as a partner of their success. So when you can establish yourself self as a partner of their success, then they tend to respect you. They tend to give you the best rates, best deals. They go above and beyond to assure your success because you are a pillar in their success. So similar to that, they will also go above and beyond to help you to become success in your business. You can't achieve this level of genuine, long-lasting, healthy relationship overnight. It takes time. It takes continuous commitment for the well-being of the other. You need to go like above and beyond to help the other party, not just relating to business transaction. Sometimes, let me give you some example. Let's say the other party, the seller has a lot of money, still he has never been to Europe. Sri Lanka is a third world country, developing country. Sometimes getting visa to a European country is quite challenging. So let's say you send a sponsorship a letter and inviting him for you don't have to host, he has enough money. Still, you provide a sponsorship letter and arrange a holiday in Europe. right? He will consider this as a huge deal. Let's say that person has a son or daughter. Let's say he want to get into a foreign university in your country. Let's say you are from UK. Maybe you can talk to, if you notice that such a requirement from their side, even if they do not ask, maybe you can propose, why don't you sell your son or daughter to UK? They can study in ABC University. I'll take care of. I will find them. I'll find a nice place where they can stay. I will find them a job at one of my friends' places. You can come up with this type of life changing helps. So these type of things will lead you to you will get tremendous amount of goodwill from the other party. So if you go above and beyond to help the other party be successful in their business, these type of um, things create everlasting genuine business relationships. So that is the level I want you to achieve. So just think about it gradually. If you want to have sustainable business, you need to have sustainable relationship with customers, sustainable relationship with suppliers. Okay, our last slide. The golden rule, karma in business. There's a belief system in Asian countries, especially in Sri Lanka and India. And I think most of the even Europeans familiar with this term called karma, which goes around, comes around. So if you do good in business, definitely good things happen to you. If you try to rip off someone, if you try to take advantage, if you do some dirty tricks and manipulate people and take rip off, knowingly rip off supplier, then there's a high chance one day you will get ripped off by other party. If I believe in karma, so always do good deeds, always genuinely help your suppliers, always genuinely help your customers, go above and beyond to help, genuinely help others and do business genuinely. Don't go behind short-term profit, short-term, all these unethical, illegal things, because it will definitely come after you and bite you. So always do good. Good things will definitely happen to you. With that, I would like to finish my lecture. Q&A session will start shortly after this.
Thank you for joining us, and many thanks to Udara for sharing his wisdom on negotiating Sri Lanka's gemstone markets. It's been great having his guidance. If you have any questions or need further tips, please feel free to reach out to either Udara or myself. We're here to help. Thanks again for watching, and we're looking forward to hearing about your experiences and success in the gemstone markets.